Thanks so much.
Watch it with you. Oh, you do? You got a letter from Bernie? Is it to me, or is that to you?
You got 3 letters from
No, it's to you. You have a letter
Bernie's all
from
of
Bernie
our
to you.
pen pal. Oh yeah, Bernie. You know, the art of, in the age of, you know, email, the art of letter writing is gone, except for guys in prison. They still have a bunch of beautiful letters from Bernie. You do too. He's a great writer. It's just beautiful, beautiful letters. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I want to introduce, like I said, this was our cast and crew screening, so I want every cast member to please stand up who was in the movie. And also some other people who were key, not only to the production, but getting this whole benefit screening together. My producer, Ginger Sledge. I want to thank my, none of us would be here if it wasn't, this all started with a Texas Monthly article many years ago. And my dear co-writer who's been with this project all along, we've been working on this for years, Skip Hollandsworth. I'm trying to think who else. My editor, Sandra Adair, is here, longtime editor. I think our composer, Graham Reynolds, isn't here. I think he's on tour, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen him, but he did an incredible job. Graham Reynolds. It's kind of a musical, isn't it, Jack? It's sort of a musical.
Yeah.
Kind of a musical.
Good job saying that.
Gospel.
And I also, another key player in pulling this whole thing off was a liaison who helped us enormously in Bastrop when we were making the film, who also helped put this thing together and coordinate in Bastrop, is Judy Hoover. Thank you. I know I'm forgetting, I apologize right now for forgetting, I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of other very integral people, but Kay Emerson. Okay, but so take some questions.
Well, she's really trying to get our attention over there. Were you waving over here for some special reason?
Danny Buck Davidson is in the house.
Yes, I heard Danny Buck was here. I don't know if Scrappy made it, but Danny, you want to say hi? Scrappy didn't make it?
He's gonna like that. Great movie. Good.
Danny, I want to thank Danny for just being such a cool guy all along. You know, we contacted him early. Well, I saw Danny. I went to the trial back in 2000 or something. I first saw Danny in action back then. But, you know, he and Scrappy Holmes let us use their names and gave us their blessing. And, you know, it's great when you're doing something based on a true story when the people who are around that story kind of give you their blessing. So, I don't know, I just want to thank him for being so cool. He said his wife liked the idea of Matthew playing him. We're here to answer a few questions.
Does anybody have any questions about the production or anything?
Best movie ever made, Jack.
Oh, thanks, man. I did my best.
Jack worked so hard and did, I mean, it was
I know
so
I don't
much.
really look like him. You can really see it at the end. He's got kind of a softer, taller look to him. Got sort of a stranger, shorter squatter. Did my best.
You need to do a musical.
Right? The Music Man. Anyone who saw this movie, though, would have a hard time watching me do the Music Man now. Think about the rest of the story.
When is it going to be released?
Yes.
Oh yeah. This film, and this is what was so cool about doing this advanced screening. The film's not going to come out until early next year. We just got a distributor this summer. You know, we do these really low-budget indie things, so it'll be out early next year. So that's why we were having the cast and crew early because, you know, the natives were getting restless. It was so long since we had finished. So, okay, let's just show the movie to everybody. But the timing worked out great here. We feel really, really lucky.
Shirley MacLaine really wanted to turn this into a musical for Broadway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Only if
You think that has potential? Me and Shirley in a musical?
You know, Shirley's an old hoofer. You know, she'll come out. She's Nugent will dance around. You know, what Shirley liked about the script, you know, I called her up. I'd never met her, of course. And I called her agent, and I was like, you know, I got this great part. I've just always had Shirley MacLaine in mind. You know, I don't know her or anything. I'm going to send you the script. I mean, I think she's perfect for it. She's a little young for it. A little young for the part. Because Miss Nature was actually like 81 or 2 at the time. Shirley's not that old. But she liked it. She liked that even after she was dead in the freezer that he saw her. Yeah, she's still everywhere. That's how I'm going to be. She was like, and I have to say, she is. She goes, you'll understand about this, Rick. You know, once I'm in your life, I'm always going to be there. I'm always going to be. I'm like, yeah, I think she is. She has that power.
How long did it take to write the movie?
To write it? Oh gosh. Well, the article, started working on it. It's hard to say. There was a script pretty early on we came up with, but then over the years, you know, changed. But once Jack was aboard and Matthew and Shirley, it was going. I think Skip and I kept working on it. But I mean, the whole thing was 11 years, I guess. But it's not like we worked 11 years on it. There was a huge gap in time while, you know, life goes on. I was making a lot of other movies. Skip was writing a million more articles. But it's great it was really satisfying to come back around and get to make this movie. You know, it's hard to get movies financed these days.
It's one of the great things about Rick as a filmmaker, though, is he'll stick with an idea for decades.
I got a few more that have been around for a long
So much patience and focus. There's not many people like that. I can't concentrate on something for more than a few months at a time.
I just always love these characters so much, you know.
But it's kind of a thing with a lot of your movies. So you'll say you'll have a long view with like a...
But like we worked together in '02 for the first time on School of Rock. That's been a long time. And Jack, I did think of Jack then, but I thought, he was a little too young for the part. So let a few years go by, and I sent it to him. And he was right at the right age. Good timing.
You need to gain a little weight, and then he'll be ready. I grew into the role.
You aged.
How was the film received at the LA Film Festival, and what's your next project?
Oh, how was the film? Well, we were opening night film, so I thought it was a great response. It's not like, I mean, how would you describe it? I mean,
It was
good, but it's
really well received.
different than tonight, of course. This is very inside, so I don't know. There's always a question, who's the audience for this movie? I said, well, I think people who live in small towns will appreciate it. You know, who's the audience? Who's the audience for any movie?
Has Bernie seen the movie, or will he get to?
We hope so. Yeah, his warden said that she would watch it if we got her a DVD.
Yeah, I wanted to do a premiere there at the prison.
Seriously. They seemed to like the idea. They were very cool. We wouldn't visit it, obviously.
They do that? I wonder if they've ever had a...
We're going to take the Alamo Draft House in inflatable screen. Take it up. And yeah, I think the well-behaved prisoners could probably watch it. They seemed almost up for it, you know. It's pretty subjective when you go visit someone in prison. Usually they put you in a room and you can maybe do an interview and that's it. But because of Jack's celebrity and how well liked he was around there, we were walking down the warden gave us just carte blanche. We were walking around the prison. The guys were all, hey, Nacho Libre!
It was getting a lot of love.
It was really a fun, 2 or 3 hours maybe? We got to see the craft shop Bernie works in. We saw his cell. We met all his friends. It was incredible. All these guys working in the craft shop. Those are the best of the best. You know, the guys who are so well behaved. Because, I mean, they've got carving instruments. They're all really, you know, they were really great guys.
It was pretty intense. That was
Yeah, you know.
that stayed with me, that little visit.
But you know, there's some kind of actors, you know, some actors, you know, in the Social Network, you know, they didn't want the lead actors to meet the real people it was based on. So it was sort of up to the actors. I remember asking you, like, well, I think we could get a chance to go. I had started to correspond with Bernie. I said, well, do you want to go meet him? You know, some actors either run toward it or away from it. And you were like, absolutely, I want to meet him.
Oh yeah, just to get
really dialed in.
try to get in there into the.
Yeah.
See if I could pick up any.
Jack was like a sponge. You can see that picture, he was just studying every little thing.
I just felt, it was just a surreal experience going into the prison and meeting him. It's something that didn't seem, something was really incongruous about this big, sweet, gentle giant, you know.
Yeah, he's this real sweetheart.
Living there.
He'd be really thrilled. He knows that this screening's going on, but I'm sure he'd be really thrilled that this is benefiting, you know, people in other communities. That's what he is.
So, Jack, this was a musical. Can you sing us a little preview?
Oh, you want a little taste of what the musical would be? I haven't.
More questions? Has to be a good one.
No kielbasa sausage. He's asking for an old Tenacious D song.
You know, we weren't sure. You know, there's some of the exteriors, like Sam's Barbecue and the Hall of Fame, the Country Music Hall of Fame, Jalapeno Tree, a number of locations. And, you know, we filmed in Carthage for a little bit, but we weren't sure. You know, that I don't know. There was that we were filming across the street, and on a church sign at one of these churches, it said, "Murder is dark, but not comedy," or something like that. It's like, ooh. You know, some people didn't think this was funny, and it's not technically. But I really think that hopefully we want to show this movie. I want it to play in Carthage and Longview. Maybe try to do a screening up there. Yeah, in that area. I wanted to show all through East Texas. I just, you know, those are my people.
Yeah.